Hello and welcome to Krasnoyarsk, Russia. We're in winter wonderland, and the region's immense nature reserve covers an area 6 times the size of Scotland. Of course, where the roaring game has its origin, but curling keeps on growing, and this week making its way to stunning Siberia. All week, visitors and locals alike have been enjoying the World Junior Curling Championships 2020. We take you inside the Crystal Ice Arena one final time, and it is indeed final time. The women's gold medal game is up. Korea will take on Canada. Let's meet the teams. For Korea at lead, Kim Soo-jin. Second, Kim Hye-rin. Third, Ha Song-yeon. And team skip for Korea, Kim Min-ji. And for Team Canada at lead, Lauren Lenentine. Second, Emily Zacharias. Third is Carly Burgess. And team skip for Canada, Mackenzie Zacharias. Taking a look at the round-robin standings, we see Korea undefeated throughout the round-robin, followed by Canada, Russia and Japan, making it the top 4 through to the playoffs. Switzerland and Denmark will keep their spot for next year, but Latvia, Norway, Sweden and Hungary having to make the trip down to the B event, having to qualify to get back next season. Korea beating Japan 8-4 in their semi-final. Canada, and a cracking game over Russia yesterday, takes them to the gold medal game as well. So it is Korea, Canada in the final. The other game to be played this afternoon, Japan, Russia in the bronze. And we'll give you updates from that game as well. But now it is really all eyes on Korea and Canada. I'm Sander Olvag, joined by Olympic champion Rona Howie. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sander.
Well, it all comes down to this. The next few hours, we see Korea with that undefeated record. They're ranked #1 coming in. They get the last stone advantage. They'll throw the red stones. Canada throws the yellow.
I'm thinking 14.5. Okay. You like 14.5? Pardon? 14.5?
So with Korea
14.3,
winning the semi-final, they've won 10
Good
games straight.
to go.
Without a doubt, the Canadians being the second best performers here in Krasnoyarsk. But they were steamrolled by Korea on Thursday. Can they bring their A-game against the seamless Team Supreme? Lauren Lenentine
Line's good. Wait only.
will get us started.
Sliding good, actually.
Back 4.
It's not curling either. Trying now,
Back
but
4.
13.2.
Still sliding good.
Oops, sorry. That's good.
Works.
Just going to slip to the back of the 8-foot. Korea will not take advantage of the free guard zone. Kim Soo-jin asked to play the open hit. We did see the same first end. And the gold medal game for the men. Just open first end. Pretty normal to see that in such a game of such importance.
Yeah, both teams just quite happy to settle a few pre-game nerves. Settle in at the first end.
Bank a bit of a clock. Save a bit of time.
Try to find that weight there.
Second for Canada.
9.5.
Emily Zacharias.
Yeah. 9.
Only 18, still a few years left.
Whoa.
At the juniors being an under-21 competition.
Yeah. 8.7.
Yeah.
That's fine. Good on.
Kim Hye-rin.
Oh, clean.
making the move down to second. Did used to play third, so there's been a slight change in the lineup for Korea.
Okay.
Certainly been working this week.
Hey, right at it. There's a positive. Nine, 9.5.
Clean. Whoa then.
Clean.
Lauren, yeah. It's 9.
Yeah, that's fine. 9.
9. Okay.
Been very dominant in the round robin. Korea, they're plus 49 points through 9 games, meaning they have beaten their opponents with an average of 5.5 points.
라인 좋아. 라인 좋아야 돼, 나오네.
굿샷.
And of course a 7-1 win over Canada on Thursday and the round robin game. What kind of mentality does Carly Burgess and Team Canada bring into the game, having that round robin game in the back of their minds?
Good.
Yeah, I think that will have been a big learning curve for Canada to have played that round robin game. They'll have learned how Korea called and played the game, because it was quite a dominating performance from Korea against Canada. Canada certainly won't want to be repeating that. Korea will.
라인 좋아. 클린만. 클린.
So here's the new face, a new player for this lineup, Ha Sung-yeon, coming in at third and vice skip. Her debut at an international championship. Certainly seems to have been working well.
9.5 more.
9.5. Yeah.
Hard.
Read up.
9.5.
Read up. Hard. Yeah. Read up.
Trying to hold the line here.
Just hit a fresh spot. Good
Just
throw.
nicks it. Rolls out.
I got 10. Yeah, I put in the wingsuit. 보내주는?
사이드는 4초라도 괜찮을 것 같아.
밀리는 타이트하다. 6. 그냥 와. 약해 보여. 야. 아이 끝까지. 그냥 와. 쓰나 왜 와야 돼?
5, 6.
빨리 들어간다.
7.
와야 돼.
Korea looking to draw the open wing.
그냥 와. 비슷해 괜찮아. 수진이가 원래
This team this week have been so good at using their sweepers. The ice has been keen all week, and they play to the sweepers.
맞아.
몇 나왔어요? 몇 나왔어?
많이 된다. 9.5.
Yeah.
Might be a little fresh.
Yeah.
Down to skip rocks of this first end.
Very good, Mac. All the way out here.
Crack first. Let's go.
Mackenzie Zacharias.
9. Yeah. 9.
Faced off against a very strong home team, Russia, in the semi-final.
Please. Good.
Played an amazing in-off to score
What'd you say?
3
9-3?
to really
Good sweep.
turn the momentum in that game. A miss there, and not sure if the
What'd you get?
Canadians would be in the final.
Okay.
So the ability to step up and play that big shot could be just as crucial this afternoon. For Kim Min-ji, obviously coming into this final, favourites, not only having last on advantage, but being undefeated. Everyone's expecting Korea to perhaps win here, but it's a whole different ball game as soon as you make it into that final. And we have seen undefeated teams lose in the gold medal game before.
And she brings a huge amount of experience, having skipped a team.
Yeah.
This is her 5th World Junior Championship where she's skipped,
Tolerance
so
is probably
brings huge
9-8.
amount of experience, but she's not been in that final. And as you say, it's that one game.
Right out to it. Right up.
It's a bit peculiar for our Korean team how they've actually excelled in the women's game. They won the Pacific Asia Curling Championships in 2018.
Clean. Whoa.
Went runners-up actually here in Siberia last year in the Winter University Games.
Ranked 6.
Won a Curling World Cup in women's play. They have a bronze medal from the World Curling Championships.
Okay. 9-6.
But at the juniors, they have struggled. They picked up a bronze back in 2016, and since then, they've ended up 4th, 6th, and last year 5th. Somehow just not able to crack the code. But probably also shows you that the level at this championship, not that far off the women's championship.
But also maybe just lack of pressure in the women's game, because they are a junior team. They're not expected to do well in the women's game, whereas maybe they feel more pressure in the juniors.
They seem to have cracked the code this week. Undefeated as they throw the last stone through the rings to retain last stone advantage after one end of play. And this women's final, no score.
살짝. 근데 일즈 해주는 거 같구나. What number? 5. They're good.
Tight. Gavin, halfway.
Line's good.
Tight.
Hard.
Halfway tight.
Okay, yeah, just tight then. Right up. Yeah, that's okay. 17? Yeah.
Canada will get us going in the second end. Centre guard by Lauren Lenentine. So this time taking advantage of the 5-rock rule.
라인 괜찮아. 둘반. 왼쪽 봐줘. 라인 봐줘. 라인 좋아. 와야 돼. 우리가 같이 와. 라인 좋아. 라인 좋아. 만져야 돼. 붙어 있어. 웨이트 좋아요. 라인 와야 돼. 라인이 떨어져야 돼. 라인이. 더 내려가요. 라인이.
So second end, we have a centre guard and a corner guard.
Yes, we have that 5-stone free guard zone.
좀 일로 차.
Both team taking advantage of that now, putting their stones ahead of the house. It's an 8-end minimum to be played in the final. The game is scheduled for 10. There's a thinking time we mentioned
Not moving yet. Trying now.
at the start of the game.
Team.
Having played a blank in the first end, they've banked some clock, so
Okay. Stay close. Yep.
that'll help
Yep. Right up,
a bit later in the game. Timeout available to them also.
13-5.
Not really seen teams struggle too much for time this week.
A little bit fresh there.
난 여기 좀 맞아도 돼.
Becoming pretty used to playing with time clocks. You see them more often now at events around the world.
아웃 좋아.
communication is so good with this team. The whole way down the ice, they never stop communicating. They make the best out of every single shot.
I have no idea what they're saying, but it does sound good. Is there anything called over-communication?
I think the only time we've seen you could class it as over-communication is when too many people are shouting, trying to outshout each other, and actually the sweepers can't hear what the call is.
So
But I don't think you can over-communicate. You can't give too much information.
you're saying it's just as important to listen as to feed information.
Yes.
Good, Em.
Comes down onto the redstone, taps it back behind the tee line. Emily Zacharias. We get some play around that forfeit.
거의 안 보여. 길긴 한데. 프리드는 별론가? 여기? 네. 여기 괜찮아. 오케이. 이거까지 괜찮은데 그냥 7이 좋을 것 같아. 네.
A really nice shot there from Canada. Sitting top of the 4. Korea want to just really half check that yellow on the centre line.
레이트만 봐줘. 라인 크게 들어. 루미야 아직. 라인 그대로. 웨이트는? 8. 기다려줘. 7. 라인 잘하고 있어. 라인은 기다려줘. 7. 승현 좀만 더. 너가 내야 미안. 같이 와. 승현아 계속 더.
Really nice.
몇 시야? 준비해야 돼. 네. Listen, positive. Feel good. Back 12. Wait only. Back 12. Whoa. Back 8. No.
He's trying.
Close. No.
Whoa.
Line only.
Yeah.
We're all there.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Whoa. You can just leave it. That's fine. It just stopped at
That's
Wilson.
good.
It's all good. 12-4.
아직 1번. 네.
근데 뒤에 있어서 별로 안 좋을 것 같은데.
이건 얼마나? 우리 거? 아니 이거 살짝 물렸어.
So Emily was just trying to tap her yellow back onto the shot stone. Just a wee bit heavy and split it over the
지금
top.
이거는 좀 별로지 않을까? 이거 치고 세우는 건 별로야?
But it does
이거는
lie
괜찮을
short.
것 같은데. 여기 위도 괜찮아. 네. 택. 안쪽 맞아야 돼서 좀 다운도 괜찮을 것 같아.
근데 가면서 다운 될 거야.
It's certainly tempting to get rid of the stone top of the 4. Just keep it a bit more open.
야, 웨이트 좋아. 야. 클린.
Trying to hit and roll inside. Just hack weight.
승현아, 가야 돼. 라인 좋아. 웨이트 좋아. 클린.
Again, bringing those sweepers into play.
가야 돼. 롤. 가야 돼.
Korea play these downweight shots so well. So accurate.
잘 물었다. Is it not jam?
Doesn't it jam?
No, I think you go over.
Okay, I
Or
like
you
it if
draw.
it doesn't jam. I don't know if it jams or
But
not.
they don't really have this one right now, but they
I
have
don't know what else
this.
we do. The double,
You
the
would
draw.
say it favours Canada when all the plays round the centre when they don't have the hammer, but
What?
I think we
Korea are
gotta
actually
hit as
lying
thin
very
as we
well.
can, though.
Yep, really thin.
Okay.
9 or for Peel?
I think Peel.
Okay. Let's go, Carl.
Well, does the top red spin over the top of the back yellow?
Whoa.
I think there's definitely a danger it might jam. The catch is pretty thin though, and it's just gonna go right down onto the yellow. Not sure if they read that one correctly.
우리
Let's take a look next door. Bronze medal game, Russia-Japan.
Yeah, Russia line one. They've got a draw here for two. Vlada Romantsova. Sweepers happy, guiding that right to the forefoot. And a 2 in the board. Good start for Russia.
Yeah, they lead 2-0 after one end. Enjoying a lot of home support. Probably hear a few cheers from the crowd. A bit untimely with our gold medal game, but that is just because Russia's playing for bronze. 2 sheets over. So with that jam, by Canada, Korea with a chance to draw in again.
High of line, trying to bring it in. So it does stick out a bit for Canada to use.
You're rock, half rock that way. I think this is gonna run straight.
Yeah, the other one did.
Yeah.
It's like right there.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna curl. I like it. Let's go.
Better chance to get a couple of reds going here. Certainly should be able to get 2 here, Carly Burgess.
Yeah! More! Yeah, push it back, Em. Push it back, Em. Hard. Yeah! Hard.
But
Okay.
we'll stuff it.
That's fine.
She hit where she was indicating to hit.
한 번 더. 이게 더 많이 위로 올라와서 지금 안 치는 게 낫겠지 그래도?
그냥 들어가는 게 낫지 않나?
안 맞나? 나 줄일게 부름.
You see the coach for Team Korea, Lee Sung-jun.
보내줘. 좋아요?
He's been following these girls for years, and the steps they've taken over those years, just tremendous. Now bringing in a new player.
다섯. 계속 와 라인 좋아. 다섯 좋다. 웨이트 가면 돼. 다섯에서 페이트 안
Seems to
아니 페이트로.
fit very well with the team as they look to take a further step, starting with a title at the World Juniors. This time they are able to tuck a piece underneath the guard.
Can Canada see enough to lift 2 though?
웨이트 좀 더 잘 봐야 될 것 같아. 지금 힘이 안 좋아.
Sheldon Zacharias makes up the Zacharias trio for Team Canada.
Yeah, so you can see there, Canada can lift top 2 reds here.
You're at rock first here.
Distinctive arm extension from Mackenzie.
Whoa! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa!
Well, able to shuffle all 3 reds, only kills 1. You can see that. Always that straight arm.
A little bit thicker.
So they get to push out the hack. And then
Okay.
relax the arm. And then the extension.
Okay. A little thicker, but
Yeah. We were like
close.
a quarter on the guard when you let go of it.
still
That's
on
why
two?
I was like,
Are we
I think for a second.
I know, it's so straight there.
Like she backed that one up more than she backed Cars up.
Yeah.
Well, Korea threw a corner guard in the set. They certainly haven't used it at all. But as long as you're controlling the forefoot, you're more than happy to play around that center guard.
이거 백판 쪽으로 다 들어가요. 이렇게. 이거 일자로 세울게요. 몇? 2에서 3? 2. 2. 승현이 거 몇이야?
1번.
아, 1은 셀것 같아.
They've been extremely good at
약한 게 나.
scoring with the last stone advantage. Every time they score with hammer, or two-thirds of those times they score in a multiple end.
앞에 봐줘. 이거 여덟, 이거.
Rarely forced.
여덟. 여덟.
And it's that kind of efficiency that's put them into the final. They are just lethal, and they have that advantage. Well, comes a bit shy of the forfeit this time. So just lying the single. Well, quite a few reds building around the forfeit. Certainly Canada needing to be careful.
Just without being slightly high, it does give Canada the chance to
Right down to it. Yeah.
get in here.
We're kind of wait. 14 and a half, 14-7. Okay. Yeah.
We see that red stone stays partially open on the center line. So if Canada can't quite make it down
the speed and
onto those stones back four,
Yeah.
they might be able to slash that in, potentially slash double out the two yellows. So really important to get it frozen here. Don't want to stop top four.
Line's good. Top 8, top 4. Line's great. Top 4 over there. Well then.
Wait's good.
No line.
Line only. Line only.
Line's good.
Line's fine.
Line's close. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait's there.
Don't need to bring it past the red stone here. Oh, they are just past and down onto the pocket. Well set. Kind of frozen on their own yellow.
Yeah, it's a great result because the yellow is completely frozen.
Really fresh in there.
So Korea can't move that yellow that's lying short.
1번만인가? 예, 1번만인 것 같아.
또 하면 안 되나? 아빠도.
So not fully frozen, but a good angle. Leaves the
그냥 들어.
shot stone on the inside.
1번만이야.
So key.
저거 때리면 안 나갈 것 같지? 네, 다
Not sure if Korea can make the slash double with those angles.
이렇게 치면 어때?
No, and you can see
이게 더
it's
쉬워
frustrating
보이네.
for them because
내
they
웨이트는
build up a
물론
really good
40 보여?
end.
40. 이게 이렇게 맞아야 될 것 같은데? 그래서 이게 빠져나가야 돼. 이걸 좀 당겨야 될 것 같은데? 그럼 이거 이기지 않을까? 꽤 많이 물려 있었어.
But is it worth going for that at this stage?
범퍼까지가 최대일 것 같지 않아요?
범퍼는 좀 약하지 않나?
약하긴 약하지. 40 보여?
40.
If they make contact, the yellows, the most they can lose is one.
And this is where the experience will come into play. You know,
노말
he set
괜찮을
up
것
a really good end.
노말? 안
It's just so
되면은 그냥
hard to
이렇게
concede
40. 최대한 두껍게 맞아.
You're only
chance.
getting a one.
Exactly.
딱
You
맞을 수
don't want to give
있겠다?
up on it, and sometimes
아니,
you're just going to have
이거는
to
맞을 수 있나?
realize that nope, that end is taken away from us. Let's score our one and move on from it. But Korea will play the run here. There's
딱이다 딱.
tiny bit of room between the yellows.
자신 있는 걸로 해야 될 것 같아. 웨이트는.
You throw it hard enough, you,
너무 많이 들어야 되는데?
you catch
피를 안
enough
들고
of the
왔잖아.
red, maybe,
노말로 가야 될 것 같아.
just maybe able to squeeze the Yellowstone out.
아 뭐냐 가득
We will see.
어.
From this angle, looks very tough.
파이팅.
She could play just a straight tap for one. Going for the bigger shot. Not big weight either. Well, looking to catch a big piece of the red here. Needing to come very close to that guard. What kind of action will she get on the yellows here? It will just dead jam. Oh, it was starting to spin. Just not quite enough for Korea. They wanted it a bit too much. A steal of one for Canada.
안 째긴 쨌는데.
A great draw by
야,
Mackenzie Zacharias takes the end away.
She also threw it really tight.
And they
back.
lead by
I mean,
one.
So did I, but
My second peel was did I put it in or was I tight?
you're just tight. Just slid. You
Okay.
basically slid where we hit it.
Okay.
좀 닦아가. 이거 1골 들었는데 너무 안 닦았다. 2점 따가. 지금 드로우가 스컬이 너무 다르다. 잘 끌려오는데 자꾸 좀 낮게 보여.
Let's make this good.
Yeah.
Top 4.
Yeah. 14-7. Line's good. Top 8. Top 4.
Take a look.
Line's okay. Wait
Hasn't
only.
curled at
Top
all.
4. Okay, whoa.
We're there.
I'm in.
Weight's close.
Not curling yet.
T.
Okay.
Back 4.
Starting now. 13-7.
We're back. Sorry, Lauren.
That's okay.
After a first end that was blanked, we got tons of action in the second.
What was that time?
As we take a look at some very shiny trophies, medals, prizes to be awarded to teams.
리드 타이트해.
Also the Sportsmanship
둘반.
Award
웨이트 좋아. 둘반. 웨이트. 둘반.
will be presented
웨이트 좋아. 웨이트.
after this game.
둘반. 웨이트 괜찮아.
One in the women's competition, one for the men.
혜린아 괜찮아.
A great tradition.
와도 돼. 와야 돼. 와야 돼. 혜린아. 혜린아 붙어 있어? 굿샷. Line's good. 2, 1 to go. Tight. 2. Halfway. Switch. Switch.
So again,
Tight.
Korea get the
Line's
corner
good.
guard up.
Line's fine. Still got a
Hopefully
curl.
they'll get a better chance to use it
Line's
this
got a curl
time.
if you can, Em.
Everything
Only
was
if you
to
can.
the centre at that last end.
Yeah, that's what you
Yeah,
see.
read up, read up, read
You
up.
know, we have last stone,
Good spot.
and
16.
it's you're lying well in the forefoot. You're happy to play there, but as soon as you make a half shot and your opponent makes a good one, you're in trouble. There's no bailout. Of course, Korea had the top up for the one there, which they definitely could have played. But they might look to try and bring the play more towards the wings this time. And you can see that here. They'll be coming straight around the corner guard with Kim Soo-jin's second stone. Really good setup by the Korean lead.
Perfect. Completely buried.
14초 1밖에 안 되는데.
9, 9.
진짜 만져야겠다.
There's a positive.
Line's yeah, line. Line's okay. Top 4. Okay, top 4. You're there. Close. Close for line. Yeah. Hard. We're up. Hard. Back 12. Read up. We need it. Read up. You're gonna take it anyways. Yep.
Not the greatest setup for Canada here.
Yeah, I think there was a minimum ice compared to her.
Okay.
Let's take another look
13-7.
at the bronze game. Russia-Japan.
Japan, line one, have an opportunity to draw for 2. Minori Suzuki just needs to bite the rings. But comes up short. All of them sweeping to try and get it there. But it's only a 1, so missed opportunity for Japan there.
Oh, mistake from Korea here as well. Kim Hye-rin
Same thing.
rolls out, but
You like this again?
still have a stone buried behind the corner, so the score of 2
I think one
definitely
more.
still
Okay.
in play.
Make it good.
Yeah. That was probably back 8, back 12.
There's some positive.
Gets a second chance
Line's
here.
good.
Emily Zacharias.
Top 4. Line's good. Top 4. Line's fine. Switch. Gotta move. Top 4. T. Top 4. Line's good. Yeah. Hard. Whoa. Line's good. Right here, Lauren. Whoa.
Might be key for Canada to just hang on the first few ends. They were a bit slow starters against Russia in the semi-final, and then they just started to play much better later in the game, so if they can just not give up too many points here in the first half, probably find their form. The Koreans have been looking pretty clinical to begin with, just not getting the payoff.
Really, the only half shot Korea played was Skip's first stone at the last end. If she had been right into the 4-foot, it would have been a different end to that second end.
Line's a little tight.
Wanna go?
Harder, Lee.
Halfway.
Line's okay. Line's fine.
Halfway. Hold it there.
Okay. Switch. Switch. Gotta crawl. Gotta crawl.
Hard finish. Gotta go.
Where?
Hard. You gotta go. Keep going. Keep going.
Yep. That's fine. Okay, good. Good card.
That slid forever.
16-3.
많이 짧아. 네. 이건 이렇게 보는. 그냥 정으로 보는 게 나을 것 같은데 괜히 바깥쪽보다 이거 맞는 것보다. 인턴으로 갈게.
인턴.
We've seen Kim Hye-rin make a lot of run backs at third for Korea. Let's see what Ha Sung-yeon can do, taking her place. Well, will run it back, pick off the Canadian shot stone. And of course leaves a Korean stone up front to use.
What? I don't know what you called.
The draw.
What's the call?
I can't.
Nothing. No.
What?
What's the call?
Do you like the draw?
I don't love
Do
it.
we ever freeze to the red?
Or we play that. It's
I just
a little bit
it was
tighter
draw.
now,
She was
but it's
playing
still
a
there.
4-foot run.
I think I like that.
I like it.
your choice. You like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Top 8.
I still think it'll slide pretty good here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think tolerance is to be there.
Yeah. 14-5.
So tough to freeze stones behind corner guards. Because if you freeze on the nose, you won't be shot stone. You have to sit in the corner.
Line's good. Yeah.
Whoa.
Fraction shy, you're not shot.
Whoa.
Fraction heavy, you bounce out in the open.
Back 12.
It's such a precise shot to make.
M.
Hard M.
No.
Hard M.
This is heavy, so plan B maybe, chip and roll. They do, but
Okay.
roll too far.
12-6.
Well heavy from Carly Burgess.
지금 여기 어때?
You heard them saying before she played it, don't want to be short here.
뒤로 안 가게. 6도 괜찮아 여기.
네.
승현아 들어와야 돼 이거.
네.
보내줘야 돼 확실히. 오케이. 약하면 이거.
Sometimes it can be a little bit tough to discuss tolerance. You might want to say what the tolerance is, but then if you think too much about the tolerance, you
라인 좋아. 약해 보인다. 괜찮아. 내려가서 이거.
maybe overthink it a bit.
일곱 여덟. 여덟. 일곱. 일곱야 네 일곱 여덟. 죽고 있어. 여덟.
안으로.
일곱.
Korea coming around the center guard.
얍. 승현아 같이 싹지 마.
Yeah, they could have come round the other corner and keep play out to the wings.
이게 안 나온다 생각이 드니까.
Kind of wait, like board.
너무 막다가
잘
괜찮아.
괜찮아.
But they probably felt Canada were going to come round there, so get round first.
That would have been interesting. Try on the corner line too. Do Canada come around knowing Korea can run it back? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
But Korea does well to
Yeah,
keep
roll
that
into the red. Try to be shot here.
top
Yeah.
of the tee line,
Pretty good.
half buried.
Should be really straight.
Yeah. They're good, Mac. Positive release here. Right out to it. Drop first.
There's only really one way to roll here for Canada. It's out in the open.
Down. 11. 11. No.
other corner for shot stone.
Okay.
No, not quite.
Call 11 or 10-9. Okay.
올리긴 올렸죠, 저.
어. 아니, 한 번 더 일곱.
아. 몇 났다 했지?
1이 좋아.
2.
2에서 3.
2. 3은 좀 안 될 것 같아.
내가 아웃평가 많이 보낸 거랑. 6 다 들어가는 것만 하면 돼.
And this is where tolerance comes into play again. Definitely don't want to be heavy and leave Canada something to freeze onto, but how do you communicate that without overthinking it
라인 좋아.
and throwing it short?
라인 좋아.
You've just got to think and playing forfeit draw, use the sweepers.
Well, they do come up a bit shy, enough to lie too. But could Canada come around everything?
They could come around everything, freeze their back yellow and lie shot. Virtually. The second shot.
Could play the same shot more or less, hit and
Same
roll.
weight, yeah. 11.
Maybe check in over, get shot stone behind the corner.
Come on.
Yeah, she was close to being shot with a roll the last time.
Can it really afford to roll into their own yellow here
Take it
too?
good, throw good. Rock first
Maybe.
here.
It's
Yeah,
slightly higher, the red this time, so
All the way out.
would need to catch it slightly thinner.
I think she sees a bit less this time as well, so might see that happen naturally.
Same weight. Whoa. Clean. Hair less. Yes. Hair less. Yeah. Yeah. Hard. Really hard. Hard.
Don't want to be on that guard. Are they past? No.
Okay.
Catches the guard, rolls away, everything in the open. And that leaves a draw to score 3.
아니 이렇게 어때? 이거 이렇게 맞으면 질 것 같은데. 이길란가? 맞아도.
이길 것 같지 않아?
잠깐만. 이길 것 같다. 이길 것
그냥
같다.
하던 대로가 날 것 같은데.
아, 오케이, 오케이.
그럼 좀 더 잡을게. 얇게
Just
볼게.
looking to see if they can
살짝만 더 잡아.
come into the nose of that red, if they would still lie third shot.
You know, they played this end a bit different, Korea. Instead of getting sucked in too much around the forefeit, they drew around that corner guard early. And we've seen that so many times this week when teams have just come around that corner guard. It's been left there for the entire end and often scoring them the second point.
아웃턴 사이드?
그러니까 내가 말했잖아.
어때?
근데 이기긴 이길 것 같아.
근데 방금 웨이트 살짝 해주면 좋긴 해.
충분히 이길 것 같지 않아? 해도 될 것 같은데.
비슷하게 차면 돼.
좀 더 보내줄게.
Couldn't finish off the second end. Korea set up.
웨이트 좋아.
Left Canada stealing one, but here
웨이트 좋아.
they'll be scoring at least 2. And it really should be 3 if Kim Min-ji can put this in the 8-foot. Perhaps a little heavy. Can they chisel off their own here and lose some momentum? Yes, they can. Spins into the forfeit. 3 points for Korea.
많이 말렸어. 말렸어.
They lead Canada by 2 after 3 ends played in this women's final.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, just get one around there.
이길 것 같아.
이렇게 되면
괜히 사이드에다가 나는 웨이트도 잘 모르고 괜히 안 좋을 것 같아서.
만약에 맞았을 때 지면은 코너로 하는 게 나아.
먼저 가야 될 거야.
일곱, 라인 그대로 타이트. 일곱, 진짜 타이트. 잡아야 돼. 진짜 타이트. 여섯, 일곱. 진짜 타이트. 진짜 타이트. 얍. 어디야? 다섯. 얍, 넷, 셋. 계속 와. 그래도 얍. 가까이 가야 돼. 얍. 그대로 가까이 와. 더. 많이 말려.
Korea leading Canada 3 shots to 1.
Huh? We just
Gave up a steal.
We just have to corner. We have to throw the outturn
In
corner.
that second end,
Okay.
I think they did very much in the round robin. 9 games. They gave up 1 steal.
Line's good.
So
Switch.
pretty hard to steal against Team Korea. Canada's already done it.
Guys, got it, curl. It's trying.
Only 4 times in 9 games they've given up a multiple end also.
Curl.
So just
17.
underlines how well they've been playing.
여섯, 일곱.
And now they score a 3 on Canada. They scored 3 or more 7 times in the round robin too.
일곱. 라인 괜찮아.
And we saw how they were setting up the ends in the second and third.
세 보여. 여덟, 일곱. 라인은 좋아. 여덟. 승현이 라인. 일곱.
Just a really good team overall. Communication, drawing, hits. Really just have everything. And the experience as well.
Yeah, just gaining experience all the time.
야, 완전 편하게.
Okay.
And when they come on the
14-4.
scene at the beginning, technically, they were really, really sound with the hours of practice they put on the ice. But tactically, they just had to gain that experience and calling the games and go through different scenarios with coaches from competition. And now, their tactical side is very, very strong.
Line's okay, still Car.
Gotta
Let's
go.
do it. Line's good, Carly in. Read up. This way. 15-2? Yeah.
이렇게 셋. 더 길게.
Well, it is a bit different
넣는 것도 괜찮을 것 같긴 한데.
for the Koreans.
멀리 세워.
You know, in Canada, quite often born into a curling family. You're watching curling.
사이드라.
Curling's everywhere.
만질게.
So, of course, you always play really good teams especially if you live in the big curling provinces of Canada.
라인 그대로 가야 돼. 그냥 라인 잡아가야 돼. 라인 괜찮아. 웨이트는.
For Korea,
라인 그대로. 라인 좋아.
certainly
라인
have some
그대로야.
good teams in
라인
recent
그대로.
years.
기다려줘. 라인
They still don't have the same history Canada does.
No, but the young Korean teams do spend quite a lot of the time in Canada, playing in all the big events, gaining experience all the time.
It's pretty straight here, so don't think it'll do much. You might even roll to a corner.
Yeah.
Look at him. Let's go.
hold the release.
This way. Try it.
Trying to
You're
rip
good. It just backed
both
up.
of the red guards.
한 번 더 어때? 괜찮은 것 같아요.
몇 나왔어?
3번.
Yeah, just going to replace the guard over the yellow to stop Canada raising their own yellow back.
하나.
계속 가, 수진이 가.
하나.
수진아 계속 가.
라인 좋아. 하나.
수진아 좀만 더 가자. 가고 있어. 승현아 좀만 더.
시작해. 괜찮아. 괜찮아. 넣으면 업. 괜찮아, 예린아.
잘했어. 스위치 너무 안 해도 됐을 것 같아. 너무 약했다.
Lost that one hard.
생각보다 약해서 그냥
Get it
왔어야겠다.
over.
쏘리.
That is quite a high
I don't know.
guard.
All right, what do you see?
How?
This way.
I think same thing.
Or do it peel? Just doesn't I can't hear anything. This the top one?
Hair last night.
Didn't fall back. That's okay. Hey.
Well, a bit unlucky there, catching their own yellow.
Took a different path. Good throw.
But does it open it up like they just said?
인턴. 턴도 상관없을 것 같은데. 인턴이 좁아질 것 같아서.
나 아웃터 하나에 있는데.
근데 이게 좀 걸리적거려서 하나에 있는 게. 근데 나는 이쪽이 더 이쪽에 있어서.
근데 이게 더.
난 여기가 날것 같은데. 아웃턴.
괜찮은 것 같아.
이건 안 걸릴 것
Back
같아,
and forward
승현아.
with what hand to take.
하던 대로 해.
I don't know if it's just because they know the ice better on the out turn. It certainly seemed more natural to throw the in, a bit more room on the out. There's
라인 좋아.
pretty high guard that could be in the way.
라인 좀 밖에 혜린아. 웨이트 다 해야 될 것 같아.
I guess you just have to trust the broom and throw it.
라인 계속 내려가야 돼. 계속 오면 돼. 라인 계속 가면 돼. 오면 라인 좋아. 좀만 더. 센터 오면 돼. 센터. 조금만 더.
That's exactly what they'll do. Perfect stone placement once again.
좀 보내주면 편하게 갈 것 같은데. 5분을 주셔줄게요.
몇이야? 안 보내지. 일로 차가지고 못 보내는 거야.
Guards again. Yeah, okay, I like it. Peel. Okay, right at it. Let's go.
Yeah, Canada thinking, well, if you just peel the guard, you're going to replace it again and again. You're going to have to make a move here. So Carly Burgess asked to run this back.
Yeah, hard out.
Whoa!
Come on. Okay.
Just a hair too high.
Yeah, because if Korea do keep guarding this perfectly, although it's just top of the fort, both hands are blocked for Canada to draw in to get their one. So they really need to get this run back at some point.
천천히, 괜찮아.
릴리즈 많아.
둘.
클린만. 좋아. 라인 좋아. 해리. 웨이트 좋아. 아니야, 라인 좋아.
그대로.
둘.
아니, 라인 좋아. 해리. 같이 가. 계속. 진짜 떨어져. 아니, 내려가면 좋아. 좀만 더. 라인 계속 와. 더 내려가야 돼. 이거 진짜
Well, this time doesn't quite curl enough for Korea. Is that leaving in for Canada?
할 거야.
안 잡았어.
스위치.
It does. Just even a back ring weight.
And we heard the big cheer from the crowd, and this is why Rymantseva draws in to score 5. It wouldn't measure, but it would be the 5 points for Russia now, leading 7-1 over Japan in the bronze medal game.
It's good. Yes. Really hard.
That's why we had
Really hard.
one cheer for
Really hard.
the draw, the second big applause for the win of the measure.
So Canada catch the centre guard.
Yeah.
Didn't get around. Gives Korea that second chance to get a better guard on.
아니 이거는 둘반?
The hole is smaller to plug now.
이건 둘반.
스위치 빨리 말해줘. 스위치 빨리 말해.
Thing is, if Korea don't guard this perfectly, there is so much cover for Canada to roll behind if they do get past.
그렇게 아까 거면 혜린이가
Not just a back ring, back weight even. So important
3 좋아.
to put this guard in the right place.
괜찮아.
And if they do,
살짝.
what do Canada actually play?
They've got a few yellows they could run in
좋아.
out front.
Run, stick it.
둘번 라인 둘번.
Even if they run it and blank the end, it's not a disaster. Keep the hammer going into the next. But first of all, Korea have to play the guard.
라인 좋아. 좀만 더. 더 내려가야 돼. 내려가야 돼. 좀만 더. 계속 가. 라인 좋아.
굿세이. 굿세이. 몇이야?
Perfect line.
풀색이다. 와.
A little tighter to the rings.
Yeah, they had to sweep it for line to try and make it curl that bit at the end. Perfectly placed.
굿세이.
이거 안 올렸지?
So good. Mine backed up a touch here, so
나 이렇게 놓으면 되게 떨어질 것 같아.
let's make it Mac.
Again, it's back to the great stone position from the lead players. They've set this end up for Korea, and they've spent the whole end guarding.
뛰어! 야! 야! 와! 야!
100. Right past it.
한 번 더!
So now the question for Korea,
8-2.
do they guard again?
Just so straight there.
Or do they come in and sit 2?
Throw.
I think they'll put up another guard. They're 2 up. A steal here of 1 would be a great boost for Korea.
It's really straight there.
오케이.
방금 위치도
Of course,
괜찮아.
if you guard, you pretty much force Canada to play a run.
똑같이 잡았어.
They could get the blank
잡아가라
that
하기
way.
전까지 잡아가지 마.
You come into the house, it's pretty much a guaranteed force.
다름이야.
생각보다
But
약간
you could come in
것 같아서.
and then leave a double.
맞아. 근데 이게 너무 잘
Yeah, but that,
잡혀.
you get the force that way, most likely, though.
3번.
You give Canada an easier shot to play. You want to leave her the hardest shot.
I don't disagree.
그렇지. 혜리!
You're going to have to sweep this one though. It's very hard line at the moment. Going to have to pull it.
Going hard. Trying to bring this onto the center line. Can they get it there? Yes, they can.
Very well swept.
I think Mackenzie Zacharias has already made up her mind here.
아, 급지.
Keeper's
아, 진짜 급지. 미안해.
very out of breath now after that.
I don't know exactly what it's gonna do out here. Play for it like.
어머.
Still catching their breath.
Yeah. All right, Mac, let's make it.
So yeah, Korea asking the question
7-8.
now.
Yeah, it's really close to those.
All the way out. Rock first here, Mac. Let's make it good.
Run the yellow guard back. Just making contact would be great for Canada. They'll take the blank. Might they stick it? They'll score a 1. Last stone fourth then. This seems to be over curling.
Okay.
So that doesn't come off for Canada. And it will be a steal for Korea. The 2-point lead is now a 3-point lead for the Koreans. 4-1 game.
Same as we were yesterday.
Exactly where we were yesterday.
야, 나 쉬운데 끝났어 이미. 내 거부터 가져오자.
심지어 웨이트도 가야 돼.
웃겨 죽겠다 진짜.
여덟. 어. 여덟.
여덟. 라인 여덟.
잘 내려가. 웨이트 잘 봐줘.
비슷해.
웨이트 잘 봐줘. 라인은 좋아. 라인은 좋아.
이거 여덟.
라인 좋아. 웨이트만. 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 얍. 가야 돼. 얍.
아 미안해.
좀 안 나와.
크게 돌아가서.
그런 거 같아. 몇 나왔어? 9.
수지는 그거 딱인 것 같아.
We're in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, for the World Junior Curling Championships 2020. It's the women's final,
Line's good.
Halfway.
last session of the
Halfway.
entire week.
Switch.
Korea leading Canada 4 shots to 1.
Line's not bad. Still M. Right up, Em. Right up. Yep. Yeah. Good throw, Lauren. 16-9. Okay.
보여도 되겠다. 야, 1모야 돼. 좀 더 잡았어.
오케이. 팔. 달려. 팔.
Well, the scoreline seems familiar, Rona.
열하나. 아 직군 있는데.
라인 타이트한데.
T,
타이트해.
열.
그대로.
T.
야,
T 아웃. 아웃.
Canada were 4-1 down yesterday. Same stage in the game.
싫어요?
그러게. 싫어요?
We're lying one against guarded, looking to go 5-1 down, but Mackenzie played an amazing in-off to score 3
Line's good.
and tie the game.
Top eight.
Easy
Just
one.
Yeah.
No
Line's
line.
fine. Wait only.
Weak there, T.
Line's good.
T.
Oh.
Backy.
Backy. No. Back T.
So
Okay.
they know how to fight back.
T-line.
However, this Korean
first.
team
14-2.
Still back. Coming off.
Yeah.
will be making sure
Hard.
they don't make it
Hard.
that easy for them.
Let's see. Good
So all you need to do is
14-2.
muddle up
15.
the house,
많이 길어.
make sure you sneak a rock out in the wing,
네.
and leave yourself in enough for a big payoff.
6, 7.
Yeah, absolutely. They know how to play that game. Ideally, they would rather not be playing shots like that.
좀 약해.
그래 클린. 야. 클린. 아직 눈이야.
안 맞아. 약해.
수진아 계속 가.
약하면 같이
많이 가야 돼.
A really nice shot here from Korea. Tapping that back and rolling over behind the centre guard.
약하게 찼어.
아, 세이프.
근데 약해도 라인이 먼저다.
네.
Benefit for
많이
Canada.
약하다. 거의 백
Korea's
밖에
two
안
stones
가.
are back tee.
글쎄. 민지.
괜찮아, 너무 많이
They
빼.
just played a back ring weight. Didn't have enough to remove the yellow, but it was important where our shooter rolled.
라인 하.
Clean.
Wait,
Whoa.
close.
Whoa, close. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, good too. That's good. You threw it really well. It stayed so straight and then it came up at the end. I got 9-4.
Okay.
Sticking with key.
괜찮을 것 같아.
그거 세우면 T야.
아니야, 백치야.
아.
날리는 거
So
별로.
now Canada
이거 살아있어도 안 될 것 같은데. 다
are lying third
보이잖아.
and fourth shot.
아,
Korea ideally would like to have one top tee, but they recognise the danger of leaving some Canadian counters in the head.
야, 도망가. 야, 수진아 진짜 잘했어.
수진아 계속 가야.
안 맞을 수도 있어.
계속 가야. 미안. 까지 가야 돼, 수진아.
릴리즈 너무 못해준다. 다운이야.
다리다. 괜찮아. 다 약해 지금 너.
They won't be too bothered about rolling out there.
나 카라도 잘 해주면 안 돼?
Well, we talked about the shot in the semi-final yesterday against Russia, down 3. Last on 15, coming off the winger, across onto the yellow shot stone that was just in behind a wall of guards to score 3, tie the game. They would eventually win. And of course, they're here now playing Korea in the final. And that's the kind of shot that can turn the game around. So we're far from finished.
Beware. Back 4. Oh. Yep. Right up. Hard, Lauren, hard. Okay, that's not bad, Em. 13-9.
나오긴 나와. 네, 거의 이렇게나. 롤도 괜찮아, 승현아. 네. 대신 들러갈게. 아웃.
Canada trying to come around, but split their own.
아니야, 좀 두꺼워.
Korea will just keep eliminating the Canadian counters.
Gets one, rolls across, but underneath.
슈터 살아야 돼, 승현아. 업하지 마. Or big roll.
Or just here. Oops, just here.
Or do you roll big?
Or that. That's not bad either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Play
mind
for
that, and
this,
then if
but
it
if it
curls up,
comes
we just
up,
know
we just
I
do
don't-
that.
I don't hate
yeah.
that,
10.
Good chance here for Canada. They could
Right,
even
Erica. Let's go.
have frozen on top of the red. But happy just to hit and roll across and give some separation between the yellows.
No. Yeah, back one. Hard. Yeah. Hard.
Might have set this one back. Carly Burgess
Hard.
going for the backstone instead here.
Hard roll. Okay.
That's a very good line call. To call it that early.
9.
Save that shot.
자, 이거 먼저 어때? 그거 먼저가 나일 수도 있을 것 같아요. 아니, 오케이.
그냥 스테이는 어떤 거?
Yeah, Korea would like to just keep their shooter front 8 foot here.
야! 범퍼! 화이트하다! 아이, 계속! 진짜 사이즈!
My goodness, it's not just the draws. This team are sweeping from start to finish. Hits as well. Really having to work hard today.
In the bronze medal game, Japan in more trouble against Russia.
Yeah, Minori Suzuki having to draw against 4 Russian counters. And it slides back. And it's another steal for Russia. Wow, extend their lead to 8-1 after 4 ends. An uphill struggle now for Japan.
Hard roll. Go. 9-3. Just sliding tight. That's fine.
지금 볼까? 얇긴 얇은데.
각 괜찮아?
얇게 맞아야 돼.
괜찮을 것 같은데?
It's a pretty thin double. They were looking at whether just to hit the top one and roll over, or go for the double.
어때? 롤?
가볼래? 근데 될것 같은데?
괜찮을 것 같아. 각 생각보다 괜찮은데?
그리고 가까워서.
괜찮아. 아유, 안 나오네.
승현아 잡아줘.
파이팅.
So going for the thin double here. Needs to catch the top one. Pretty thin. Too much and rolls out.
I think so.
So here.
Yeah. What do you like, 14-7?
Wasn't curling a ton.
No, mine was a
I think
while.
like there.
Hey, Lauren's really stopped, so 14 and a half?
Yeah.
So there was 10 women's teams started the week.
I think if she's up at all, it'll slide.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's make this good.
Yeah.
And now we're down to the final
Good,
4
Matt.
on the ice today.
Wait.
14 and a half?
Okay.
6 qualify for next year's World
Hey, Mac, let's
Championships.
make this good.
And
you can.
7th,
Up
8th,
first
9th
here.
and 10th place teams go to the B qualifier to try and get back up again next year. But that in itself's becoming tougher and tougher every year.
T. Line's good. Top 8.
Well then.
Over there, back 8.
No,
T
then.
line. Just top 8. T.
just top 8.
T back.
No.
Back. Back 8.
All the way back then. Okay.
No.
We just
Make them even.
Not
Not
even
even
then.
then.
Don't want to leave a double here.
Okay.
Well, they're pretty level,
14.
but they're also very close together.
What was that?
14.
I think that'd be a fairly makeable double for Kim Min-ji.
The yellow doesn't even need to go out of play. Just needs to be out into the 12 foot. Even a head and roll over on top of the other yellow is a good result. They are quite level.
약간 이거 얘 많이 나와. 바닥. 천천히.
계속 가. 나이스. 진짜.
One and not two, just rolls and nestles against the second yellow. Mistake by Kim Min-ji.
가야지. 아무도 안 가. 야, 갈 공간이 안 됐어.
못 올렸지?
응. 손짓 했나? 응, 안쪽.
Really expected her to make that one. Does roll fully frozen, but not
Yeah,
exactly
just
on
11
the
and a
face
half.
of it, so
Right there. I don't think it's gonna go crazy.
definitely a chance for Canada to come onto that redstone. A hair on the inside, tap it back, score there too.
You like that? 11 and a half?
Yeah, I like that. Should be able to hold it here.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go a ton either.
Yeah. All right, Mac, let's make this good.
Right out.
Nice and positive here. 11 and a half. Rock first.
Last stone, fifth end.
Good.
A seldom opportunity to score a deuce on Team Korea. Need to take that chance here. There's a curl in time. Don't want to jam on their own yellow. While they keep it around to score their two. Canada very much in this game. And that is 5 ends played, so half-time. Both teams head off the ice for about 5 minutes. And they'll reset for the second half, talk to their coach and alternates. We'll take a look at the highlights.
11-5.
Get your popcorn ready.
찰 때 천천히 차는 것 좋아졌거든. 근데 한 번 라인을 더 그리고 차는 게 더 나아. 지금 같은 샷은. 네가 잘하는 건데 지금 놓쳤잖아. 이거.
네.
괜찮아, 잘하고 있어. 지금 3점, 1점, 2점.
2점 따면
2점 따면 괜찮아. 2점 따면 벌어지.
It's only 1 point. We
Really
got
don't.
we got
or
lots of room.
score 2 or
Exactly.
blank's fine here even.
I don't mind that.
Yep.
Great.
Oh no.
Nice job.
I think we just gotta get in there first.
Yeah.
That's the key, because we're usually chasing.
Yeah, the end that we came, the fourth end, we probably should just come
Yeah,
around.
we should have come around before
Yeah.
they did. Yeah, I agreed.
Let's take
just-
a
yeah, if you-
quick look back at the first 5 ends. Of course, we started the game with a blank.
Oh.
Canada stealing one in the second. But in the third, Kim Min-ji with a chance to draw and score 3.
괜히 사이드에다가 나는 웨이트도 잘 모르고 괜히 안 좋.
Moving on to the fourth end. It was Korea really guarding the entire end. Canada never getting a chance to set up for a score. Tries to run it back on the last one. Doesn't come off for Mackenzie Zacharias. And it's Korea's time to steal. But in the fifth end, Korea missing a pretty straightforward double, leaving this tap back to score 2 for Canada. And that is made. So after 5 ends of play, Korea will lead Canada 4 shots to 3. But in the other game, the bronze medal game, Russia is up 8 shots to 1 on Japan. So we take a look at the stats. It is Korea shooting 85% to Canada's 71. They certainly have dominated a few of the ends, but Canada taking their chance, scoring 2 in end 5, so within reach. But Korea with that 1 point lead and hammer as we soon return to the ice.
All right, guys. Steel's really good, force is really good.
Yeah.
Blank is okay. Yeah. Those are not nearly the same things, but whatever. Nice and tight. Yep. 12 seconds.
Line's good. Halfway tight.
Line's good.
Just halfway. Want to go a bit.
Line's good.
Weight's good.
Switch.
We play for gold
Tight.
Yeah, we're tight.
in
Halfway
the
tight.
Crystal Ice
first.
Arena here in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. I'm
Yeah,
Sandra
yeah,
Olbach,
yeah,
joined
yeah,
by
yeah.
Rona Howie this
Hard on.
afternoon,
Hard M. Hard M. Hard M.
bringing you
hard,
live
hard.
coverage.
Good. Nice shot, Lauren.
It's Korea playing Canada. And the first 5 ends, I think it's fair to say Korea making a few more shots and also winning the game on the scoreboard so far. What are the things Canada need to do to turn this game around?
Yeah, they've just got their 2 back, so the scoreboard's looking a lot brighter for Canada. They just need to sharpen up with their stone positioning, especially front end, just to try and get more pressure onto Korea.
And if you're Korea's coach, do you ask for more of the same, or
My first thought was draw around.
do you change anything?
No, I don't think Korea need to change very much at all. They've
If you like the freeze, it's fine.
had a great first 5, but I think it's just reinforcing that, you know, there's only 5 ends left to go. Korea can dominate with the scoring at 6, 8 and 10.
Line's good.
So I think it's important that they'll have focused on what to do at this 6th end. This could be the key end of the game.
Did just hear them in halftime saying, even a blank here in 6, they'll take it.
Hard card.
So maybe force Korea
Straight up.
to take their 1 and 7.
Where are you?
And get control all those even ends.
Yep.
And here we see part of the problem for Canada so far, pardon me.
화이팅.
That just sits in the open. And Kim Soo-jin has been real good so far in the game. Makes a couple nice ones here. And then 6 as well.
Right out of them. Just a 10. Nice and positive release. Hold the release here.
We have seen a Canada-Korea final once before. Dialed the clock back to 2014, Flem, Switzerland. The first of Kelsey Rock's titles, beating skip Kim Kyung-ae in the final.
Just tight. Okay. 9-3.
That is the closest Korea has ever gotten to a gold on the women's side.
Canada have now rolled over and given Korea a corner guard to use. So this is a chance to lie to, and both guarded. Trying to bury it in behind. Stays half open.
쏘리. 아이 못했지. 끝났어.
좀 보내줘. It's good. Just nice and positive here. It should come back.
Yes!
It's good. Help.
Really hard! Really hard! Really hard! Hard!
Just over curling.
Stop finishing those.
No.
You hear the feedback even before the throw from Lenentine, Burgess. Nice and positive. They will curl.
하고 일로 들어오면 그때 여기 열면 되지 않을까?
괜찮을 것 같아.
Just still a bit soft on release.
네. 라인 먼저.
어.
줄반이 좋을 것 같아.
네.
That's obviously tough to manage sometimes.
보냈어.
If a player starts throwing it a bit soft or a bit inside out, what do you adjust? Do you hope for the players to make the correction back to normal, or do you start
라인 좋아. 라인 그대로.
moving the broom?
And that's where I think the communication between the player and the skip, giving the ice, is so important, so that the player's aware if a shot's not working, what went wrong, and have that communication about what they'll do the next time.
몇 나왔어?
Make sure you don't overcorrect.
Yeah.
보냈어.
It's a hair on M's side.
Yeah.
It's close to nose.
Nose
Nose
is
isn't
close.
awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in this sport where it's repetitive practice and skill-based sport, the deliveries are practiced so often that in a competition, in a game, all you want to focus on is playing the brush and playing the weight. You really don't want to be thinking about your releases and that side of it during the game.
Carly Burgess with the run back here, gets one. And we'll stuff it in the top 12.
Okay.
I was hoping to maybe get the double, but that's still a really good shot by the Canadian third.
파이팅. 누가 될지 모르겠지.
Certainly a rock, Korea not too keen to leave.
Yeah, a good chance to remove this counter and get a roll behind the corner.
Catch it a bit too thin. Roll out the side door. I'll take the moment to update the bronze medal game. Russia leading Japan 8-1.
Give it to you guys, 14-8.
Certainly Japan taking some risk here to try and get back in the game.
In a bit of trouble, having to raise their, trying to remove 3 red counters all at once.
But it will be a steal of 2 for Russia. A 10-1 game, having to play 8 ends though, as per the rules. Will be more of an exhibition game there now, coming back onto the ice. Surely Japan can't come back from a 9-point deficit.
Right here, line's good, right here. No bounce, just here, no bounce, no bounce.
Canada looking to freeze the Korean stone here.
Really nice shot,
2 great shots by Carly Burgess, runs it back, and then a perfect corner freeze.
Yep, she wants another gold medal for her collection.
Yep, 2 of them already. She's a gold medal guarantee, really. Youth Olympic gold medal as well.
So just playing a down weight here, trying to split the yellow off the red and get the shooter to roll behind the centre cover. Pushed her own out and didn't get fully behind cover.
너무 세, 승현아. 세서 안 돼.
몇 나왔어요?
7번.
아씨, 많이 세. 네, 들었어. 근데 너무 끌어낼까 봐.
So a bit of a half shot there from Korea. Gives Canada the chance now.
이게 나가면 안 돼.
Lie 2.
Theirs was really straight here, but they always throw them back. Right there?
Hey.
11 and a half, roll underneath.
Yeah.
Same kind of weight. 11 and a half, same weight as before. It should run.
Yeah. We should be able to hold it, but
Yeah.
don't need to be too cute by this card.
No.
Hi, Mac. Let's take it. Rock first here. They're good. All the way out.
Just a difference how this end turned around with that great run back from Burgess.
Weight's good. Clean. Hair up if anything. Weight's
Whoa.
good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
Weight's
Whoa.
good. Clean. Weight's
Yeah.
good.
Whoa. Yeah.
Arms. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
11-4. Okay.
Okay, I don't think the double's there. It's really tough. Like,
아니면 이렇게 해도 어때?
All just hit and roll side by side.
노말.
노말도 괜찮은데.
아.
노말도 괜찮아.
I too agree, the double looks pretty tough to make.
너무 센가? 힐은 너무 세.
Could just hit and roll off the shot stone and try and roll corner frozen.
괜찮을 것 같아. 타고 올라갈 것 같긴 한데. 너무 세게 안 찰게.
오케이. 그냥 노마로.
이렇게 차고 이렇게 올라가면 될 것 같아.
반대 그대로?
Yeah, because you could even head off the shot and roll to the centre line, but then if Canada play the straight run back, Korea would be in a bit of trouble.
너무 세긴 안 찰게.
승현 노란색 밀어내야 돼. 네.
Sounds like the double is the call.
화이팅. 살짝만.
Trouble with the double here, though, is even if you make it, good chance your shooter might spin around the pocket and go out the side, leaving a draw for Canada around the centre guard. See if she can make it here. Kim Min-ji past the guard, makes the double, does spin, and keeps the shooter. So really well played. Was able to catch that thin enough.
카페트 너무 많아.
어.
You like the same weight or a little bit more?
I like a little more.
Not an easy one.
Yeah, 10 and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good result.
We knows. Yeah, right there.
Got it back.
Does poke out in the open.
10 and a half?
Hey.
It's because we're out a little wider.
Okay. What kind of weight?
10 and a half.
Yeah.
Little roll is really good. Nose is fine.
Yeah. Might be a little bit of a fresh spot here, so
Yeah, stay close.
yeah, we'll stay close. That was an 11 and a half, so a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, looks like it's good. Rock first here, all the way out.
Good thing for Korea is they don't show the inside of that red, so won't be hard for Canada to find any cover. They're blank very much in play.
10. 야. 10. 야. 10. Whoa. Car. Go now. Hard. Yeah.
Starting to curl here.
Any roll.
Oh, they actually do get a roll inside. Wow. Playing that controlled weight.
Nice weight.
Got a nice bend at the end, and look at that. I think that's buried enough to force Korea here.
What'd you get?
실수하면 멈춰.
들어와고 할까?
Doesn't have any. Or like it's like this much.
아니 8분만. 다 들어가면 돼.
Very good shot by Mackenzie Zacharias.
레이즈인데.
들어.
4점 되면 아니.
She found some curl there on the wing.
몇 차야 되나? 2. 승현아 10. 이래서 2 차고 보내도 돼?
Korea won't necessarily be too bothered about
가야 돼?
일단 만져가고.
having to take their one here. Score at 6, 8, and 10.
Last on 6-10.
아니 라인 잡아봐.
I think you're right, Rona. The score of 1 here. They'll still be in control, but this one curling early. Needing to get it past the guard. Is it past the guard? I don't think so. All over the center guard, which really wasn't in play whatsoever. Unusual mistake by the Korean skip.
골이 걸리는 골이 아니야.
Didn't have to be anywhere near that guard. So Canada steal, and we have a tied game after 6 ends.
Yeah, we're in 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we get forced to be really good.
Okay, 7's better end actually.
Good.
Yep.
Line's close.
Gave it a lot.
Tight. Just tight.
Line's good.
Line's fine. Wait only.
Good.
Line's good.
We're tight.
Okay. Line's good.
We're tight.
Here.
We do get a few more
15-7.
twists and
Good job,
turns, and this fairy tale missed by Korea brings this game level. Korea They've been so dominant throughout the round robin. They actually only played 10 ends in one of their 9 round robin games, and that was Tide coming home with Hammer playing Japan. Could that ever be a problem for Korea? They haven't been put under too much pressure this week, and now this came level, gold medal game. Does that make a difference?
I think they have to expect that the opposition was going to give them a very close game today. But all week when they have just cruised along and not been put under that pressure, we heard Canada say when they were 4-1 down, well, we know what to do. We did this yesterday. So they've had that experience and they pull strength from it.
Okay, read up. Okay, good save.
I wondered here if you'd have seen Korea go to blank this end, so they could score 8 and 10. But they've put up their corner, so they would like to go for their 2 here.
Yeah, trying to take momentum back. Half shot from Lenentine, so no Canadian stone on the forefoot to worry about. They'll come straight around the corner guard, and this is how they set up their score of 3 in the third end. Let's see if they are able to replicate that play. Kim Soo-jin to come around the corner guard, just squeaks past, and they will get this one fully buried, and that is how the third end started as well.
아니 스위치에서 너무 많이 주는 것 같은데.
네, 루미긴
스위치에서
진짜
살려왔어.
루미긴 했어. 갑자기 터뜨리지 않았어요?
어.
They're good. Let's make a good one.
Line's good. Top 4. Top 4. Line's well, wait only.
So Canada have got the staggered guard,
Still on net.
trying to come around.
Tick's okay.
Okay,
Back 8. It's not moving.
oh,
This is well wide.
the backs.
It's on the red guard, just comes past it.
Okay, good. 13 and a half.
Gets right in, back 4.
Hoping we takes it a little bit more.
Just skims off that guard, redirects it right into the forefoot.
여기.
Korea recognise these guards are trouble.
네.
Need to open it up.
파이팅. 노말도 괜찮을 것 같아.
Trying to lift both yellows. And that's exactly what they looked at, that yellow was going to jam in their own red. It has opened things up.
Just let her call, yeah. Yep.
And the reds are very usable for Korea.
I think short's tolerance here. Yeah. Guard's okay. Nice and crisp.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Top 8.
Top 12. Wait only right now.
Top 8. Thought you were there.
Not curling yet.
Top 12.
Not curling. Switch.
Got him out.
Right
Top
here.
12.
Line's okay. Straight
Got
a little
him
bit.
out.
Little bit straight. Little straight.
Straight.
Wait,
Yep,
line
yep,
12.
yep.
Finish.
Easy. Good. Really good, Em.
A really nice shot. Emily Zacharias,
I think just like her
half round the red guard.
Just me. And then even
이건 어때?
공간 120. 120.
아니면 이거.
그게 낫지 않을까?
그게 낫지 않나?
Yeah, Korea looking at coming through the gap to lift the double in the yellows, but they don't need to be that cute here. Use the red,
첫 번째 게. 이제 이거
raise it up.
가능해?
아 좀 어렵긴 할 것 같은데.
길진 않아. 브러쉬 하나 길이밖에 안 돼.
난 이게 더 쉬워 보이긴 해.
끌로 가자 그럼.
공간이 너무 어려운데.
이것도 포켓이야. 괜찮아.
어.
정이야.
Kim Hyden looking for the run back.
수진아 서 있어. 그냥 좀만 더 넣어봐. 진짜 와야 돼.
Really nice shot. Removes both yellows. And the red stays in behind cover. Great result.
굿이야.
Canada still have the one on the forefoot now. You can see both yellows spin out.
업했는데 그냥 깎았어.
Top four.
Line's good. Yeah. Yeah.
So Carly Burgess just looking to bring a second counter round.
Top four, top eight.
We
Top
will.
four. All you.
Wait only.
Again, half round the guards, a good position to be.
Know that.
Line.
Line's
Needs to
really
curl
good.
anything.
It'll curl.
Can't be
Unless
deep
you're
here,
heavy.
guys. We're heavy.
How heavy?
Back four, back
Okay.
eight.
Just let she's fine.
It's not bad.
So does slip back T.
14 and a half.
30.
Maybe just curled enough at the end.
이거. 백. 이거 확실히 나가야 돼. 네. 핵은 별론가? 백이 날 것 같아. 많이 안 떨어져서.
I like the weight call here. Korea.
Okay.
Don't think they can get to nose here, make a double. So just playing hack weight, playing the hit and flop.
Yeah, because playing this way, even if you catch the top guard, hopefully you would just nick it in.
I think this one perhaps a bit overthrown, certainly more than hack weight.
Yeah, just too heavy.
같이 닦지 마.
Russia leads Japan 10-1, but Japan with a chance to score a couple points here.
Yeah, Minori Suzuki, nose hit for two. No problem.
Line's good.
So it's now 10-3 after 6 ends.
That was more. We're there. Top four.
No,
line. It's really good.
Line's good.
And in.
No, line's fine.
Want to go slow?
And switch now. Switch now. Switch. Hard. You gotta go, Lauren. Hard. Gotta go, Lauren. Gotta go, Lauren. Gotta go.
Hard,
Gotta go.
hard, hard.
Trying to bury it, cover the inside. Really nice shot.
지금은 거의 핵 같은데. 네.
백업이었어.
아, 오케이.
Canada lie to the doubles. Not there for Korea.
Need to bring the weight down a bit here. Sung-yeon.
백업. 슈터 살아야 돼.
Will hit and roll. Roll too far. Certainly
Okay.
more than hack weight.
몇 나왔어요?
I know some teams, when they say hack, it's not necessarily weight to the hack. It could be a specific
14,
hog to hog
15,
time.
yeah.
But even so,
Skip here.
Right around, guys.
seems like
It'll
both
curl.
those shots were
Just gotta wait
overthrown.
for it.
Yeah. They're good, Mac. Let's go. Rock first here.
Just allowing Canada to keep drawing.
It's so important for Korea to get back on the scoreboard here after losing
Line's good.
the one at the last end against the head.
Top four.
Hold
Hasn't
it.
curled yet. Top four.
No, switch.
Stay close.
M first.
We're there. Just top four. T. Here back. Top four.
M
Going now.
first.
M.
M.
Hard M.
Hard M.
Again, need to try and cover the inside.
Hard
So
M.
there's no double.
Yeah.
Really nice.
14-7. Okay.
Good sweep.
This way, Matt. Just so straight.
Yeah, it just took its time.
잘 잡힌다, 진짜. 해. 에이, 살짝. 이것도 괜찮아요.
파이팅.
Koreans very good at doing the housework, keeping the path clean.
이거 슈터 쓰면 이기니까 괜찮아. 다운도 괜찮을 것 같은데.
Not that we have the stats for that, but I'm
원세이브야?
curious to see if Korea has the
5, 6?
least amount of pickups this week.
같이 가야 돼. 진짜 사이즈. 라인 좋아. 아니 계속.
So Kim Min-ji having to play the shot herself here. Oh, just past the guard.
Wow. She passed the guard by absolutely nothing.
글쎄.
오 말고 클린.
I thought they'd actually left it too late.
해도 그냥 클린해줘 해그. 미안해.
파지 마.
미안. 너무 세게 봤어.
So scary as a sweeper.
살짝 말렸다.
You try your very best,
자꾸 인공 말리는 거.
but you're just hoping it's going to go past.
Yeah.
And then to see it go past is always such a delight
It's
from
really
a
good.
sweeper's point of view.
Do you like that?
You can barely see the line.
Like hit and roll? How much space? Nah. Okay, sure. Or what do you think? You guys make the call.
I like it.
Okay, I like it too. I think just 10.5 again.
Yeah, important to keep the shooter
Like right there.
in the
Big
8 foot,
roll.
so it outcounts the
To be
red at the
second, but-
front,
Roll to here.
so that Korea don't have a nose hit for
10.5?
2.
Okay. Just roll it till make sure we're second, but just make that red go.
Yeah.
All right, Mac, let's go. 10.5. I should be able to hold it here. Start good. Rock first here.
Yeah, it's pretty straight here.
Yeah. All the way out.
So Mackenzie,
Hair down.
Sakurai is looking just to play
11.
tap back and roll.
Whoa. Yeah.
Well, hit and roll. That is a really good shot for Canada. You look at those angles. There is no easy double here.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, Korea have to accept the one here. Play for the one.
해기라서. 승아 좀 줄여줘. 아까 웨이트 좋아. 오케이. 몇이었어? 7. 이거 클린.
Last home, 7th end. Being forced by Canada to take their single. Playing the nose hits. Does it curl in time? Yes, it does. Well, sit right there. 1 point for Korea. So they lead Canada, but only by 1. Very close contest here. Canada sneaking their way back in.
Intern corner.
Intern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes tight, then we come around.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, all right, guys, let's get a good juice. Yeah.
Yeah, barely
If
early
it
if we need
isn't,
to.
if it isn't looking.
내가 인턴 들어온 지 올려야 확실히 많이
Oh.
라인 돌반. 앉아서 돌반. 야 칸에 쳐서 같이 가야 돼. 돌반. 웨이트 잘 봐줘. 라인은 그대로야. 라인 좋아. 라인은 좋아. 계속 가. 야 수진아. 야 수진아 껴. 계속 와. 더 내려와야 돼, 더 내려와야 돼. 너무 멀어, 너무 멀어. 최대한 와, 최대한. 조금만 더, 조금만 더.
샷. 잘했어.
We see the scoreboard.
You can give it a little bit in this pass.
Canada scored the first point, a steal on the second, but Korea taking a 3, stealing 1. Certainly Korea, better team the first 4 ends, but you feel like the momentum has changed a bit. Canada scores 2, steals a 1, gets the force. You know, we talked about them being sometimes being slow starters, but now really finding their footing in this final. And it's Korea who's not really able to make use
14-3.
of their shots. Canada with hammer, just 1 down on Korea. Is the momentum with Canada now?
Yeah, certainly Canada have had the momentum in the last few ends. Just a few half shots from Korea that we hadn't seen in the first 5. Creeping in, and Canada taking full advantage. You see, the 8th end is always a critical end of the game for both teams.
Now a half shot from Kim Soo-jin as well, who's played so well the whole game.
They're good. Yep. All the way out.
Read up.
Good line. 9-6.
So hits and rolls to the wing. Korea would love to force Canada here to take their 1. And then they could be trying blank 9, come home with the hammer.
Leaving a couple of Canadian counters.
만져가야 될 것 같아. 열이야. 에이, 열이야. 라인을 룰. 라인 수진이야, 수진이. 수진이 아직 룬이야. 비야. 수야, 웨이트 가야 돼. 좀만 더 가자. 좀만 더. 계속 가야, 비야. 수진아, 계속 가야 돼. 많이 가야 돼. 좀만 더.
Comes all the way down to the back yellow.
몇 나왔어? 1? 글쎄. 잘 말했다.
Top T-line. Line's good. Top 4. Line's really good. Thought you were there. T-line. T. Looks like it's coming off. Lauren first. Right to it, yeah. Yeah, if you can. Hard line. Hard. Right up. Hard line. Right up.
Okay. Good, Em.
That one took
13-8.
한 번 더. 네. 짝지. 좀 맞아도 괜찮아.
네. 4초?
So Canada do line short, just over curled slightly. Allows Korea now the chance to come in and sit on top of them.
만져가야 될 것 같은데. 보내긴 했어. 웨이트 봐줘. 라인 그대로. 라인 그대로 가야 돼.
웨이트 가야 돼.
라인 그대로. 웨이트 라인 줘. 웨이트는.
100% on her 7 draws, Kim Hye-rin.
승현아 계속 가.
Well, she could do with a good one here.
더.
They've left that short.
붙어 있어.
That's still
그대로 갔어야
much
됐을 것
better than coming up heavy though.
안 세다.
And Sweepers thought it had plenty weight the whole way. But it's still a good position there.
Let's go, Em. They're good, Em. Hold the release.
Seems the angles do favour Korea in the forfeit.
Yeah, but when you've got ammunition in the name of Carly Burgess playing third, she can do some damage.
Not too early to make a play here for Korea. They'll throw another center guard. But you can see how they hit the top red here. Might see 2 yellow go, and Korea lie 3.
라인 타이트해. 아니 보내줬어. 둘반. 라인 좋아. 웨이트만. 둘반.
So a couple of ends ago, it's exactly the same line they were guarding down.
기다렸다가. 둘반 셋. 많이 름. 미안. 둘반. 다리만 가시. 아니 계속. 좀만 더. 진짜 많이 름. 아니 좀만 더.
Stone's just starting to fudge very slightly. We heard that in the men's finals this morning. We were seeing the last couple of ends, it just started to dig in.
Yeah. Good. Get it the 8 foot. Yeah.
If Canada can hit the Redstone top 4 and check to the wing, there's going to be plenty of yellows for Korea to worry about. Early on the sweep.
Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold. Yeah.
Trying to hold it past the guard, getting awfully close, and it will just chip off.
That's fine.
Ah.
Big sigh from Burgess.
Well, you might see Korea just guard again, thinking about coming in. Certainly not a lot of room to come in to score a 2 for Canada as it lies.
I think it's still early enough. Korea should probably just put up another guard at this stage.
지금 하는 게 날랐나? 가드 괜찮을 것 같아요.
That is the call.
네.
That is a bit of a let-off for Korea.
아니면 타임은 지금?
Thinking about a timeout here, and they will call it. Teams are allowed 1 timeout for the game.
시간이 많진 않네.
근데 이거 이렇게 할 거면 좀 약하게 해야 되지 않을까?
Pivotal end here.
딱 쓰고.
Pretty decent setup for Korea. At the same time, lots of yellows in the house. Don't want to
약했으면 그냥 왔었어야 되는데.
make a
여기로
mistake
올라가서
here.
시킨 건데.
Give Canada a big score. Coach Lee Sung-jun will join the team.
저 왼쪽에 가드가 있어가지고 지금 먼저 건들 필요는 없어. 한 번 더 세우고 얘네들이 건드려도 돼.
그다음 어떻게 되는 거야?
1점 줘도 돼.
계속 가도.
지금 저기 빨간 게 잘 서 있단 말이야, 위치가.
네.
괜히
좀 준다 생각할까요?
이게 괜히 쳤다가 저 노란 거 안 빠지고, 맞지? 저거 쓰고 저것만 나가고 하면 하우스 얘네 거 2개 남아.
그냥 1점 준다는 생각할까요?
굳이 욕심낼 필요 없을 것 같아. 지금 요게 너무 네가 돌려서 맞아야 돼, 때릴 거면.
네 맞아요.
그리고
때릴 거면 비트를.
때릴 거면 슈터가 정확하게 노즈로 딱 서야 돼. 약간 살짝 돌아서 맞아야 되는데 핵이면 저 노란 게 안 나가지. 그래 안 그래? 한 번 더 가도 괜찮을 것
그냥 제
같아.
것까지 계속 가져야 될 것 같아서.
그러니까
안 때리는
보고
게
천천히 요번 엔드가 중요하니까 네 거 시간 쓰더라도 좀 잘 생각하고 있어.
네.
알았어?
네. 근데 안 건드리는 게 나을 것 같아요.
요쪽 보여주면 안 돼? 저 빨간 거?
네. 일단 이거 확실히 가려야 돼. 라인 많이 넉넉히 잡을 테니까 그냥 잡아. 여기 많이 꼭 보라고. 승현아 여기 말리면 안 된다 여기 절대.
The guard is the call. Then the question is, what do they talk about for the next few shots here? Do they just guard throughout the end
좀 죽을라나?
if they
승현아
can?
그냥 잡아. 여기 진짜 많이
Hold
떨어져.
Canada to 1, or will they come into the house with their next one, last one? Try and lie a couple. We shall see.
둘반. 둘이 좋아. 둘반. 라인 좋아. 라인
Yeah, I think the position in the forefoot is good for Korea. They don't want to upset that right now. Let Canada play the harder shot.
샷. 잘했어.
Good guard.
잘했다. 보내준 거 같은데? 맞아요. 약하게 차서.
근데 아까보다 더 괜찮아.
1번. 그렇게 약하게
Straight back. What? I think I like running it in.
Okay. Okay. Right on the nose, almost. Like this side red's not really doing a whole lot for them.
Basically nose.
Like the guard.
Just peel.
I agree.
I think it'll stay right there.
If we could ever just move those back ones too. Yeah. Okay. Right at it. Let's go.
Running the guard back. Looking to open up the forefoot, create a bit more room for themselves.
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah, want to give themselves options to get their two.
Whoa. Hard roll. Hard roll.
Just going to over curl.
I think Korea needs to put up another guard still.
That's okay.
Well, no guards in play in the bronze game. Mistake by Japan leaves an open draw for 4.
Yeah, no problem. Russia. Wow, 14-3 after 7 ends.
Well, they are required to play 8 ends,
다 해줘야 돼.
so we'll play one more. But you got to respect the Japanese team. They still smiling and enjoying the occasion, staying professional.
Yep, they've had a good week coming up from the B event.
지금 괜찮아.
샷.
미안. 좀 말려? 몇이야?
Guards again here, Korea.
2번.
쏘리. 안 말린 줄 알았어.
I mean, worst case, you roll off.
Yeah,
they
that's
have a
bad.
double. I think I like saving here for the
Last.
last.
Then what do you like for this one? Just rip it. We rip, she probably comes here, right?
She might, yeah. Or she might just throw another guard.
Another guard.
If we rip, do you think she'll throw another guard? I think so.
Okay, then let's rip.
We rip.
This way again?
Yeah.
Right there. I think so.
Okay.
Like, we have our yellow, we touch our yellow and stay there, it's for 2.
Okay.
But she can't, I don't think she can be shot on the next one.
Okay. Hi, Max. Let's go. Just make this go.
You don't think she'll play the top on the next one? On hers?
I think she leaves us a double if she does
She's
that.
gonna play this.
Okay.
And we're gonna lose all the yellows.
So what do you like?
It's just if we rip, you're gonna have to draw to the button
Yeah.
for 1.
I mean, we're 1 right now.
Yeah. On what?
We play this, tolerance light,
Okay.
and then I might have a tap on my last.
Yep. I like it.
Okay.
It curls quite a bit here.
Yeah. I think like there.
Okay. Got it.
So just last minute,
14-7.
seeing that if they peel the center guard, Korea might
Play this, tolerance light,
run
and then we
their
can always tap it on
own
my last.
redstone
yeah.
back and leave them
All right, Mac, let's make this guy.
self sitting 3. And Mackenzie Sakurai will have to draw, facing
That's
3
good, Mac.
Korean counters.
Kind of weight here.
Like a 14-7.
What do you think about this call, Rona?
Okay, so same way as last end.
Yeah. Rock first here.
Yeah, I
Let's go.
think it's a more sensible call looking ahead to her last stone, because they know if they rip the guard, they could be in big trouble. So at the moment, they are lying one.
Line's good. It's close. Line only right now.
And scoring one in the 8th end is no nightmare whatsoever.
Absolutely.
It's close. Be
I think
good.
this is by far the more sensible shot.
Line's good. T. Yeah, just
No,
line.
line
Line's
only.
good.
Whoa, M.
Yep. Line only.
Didn't want to bounce off here.
It's bouncing in here.
Good, Mac.
Okay.
Well, What have they left for Korea?
I don't think that yellow's that's lying short is going to go anywhere.
백.
Look at the angles.
근데 굳이 안 쳐.
근데 이거 치면 치고 갈까? 그게 나을 것
Yeah, I think
같은데.
Korea are quite
어차피 이건
happy
안
just to
나가.
even draw in and top there and say, okay, how are you going to get your two?
그냥 이거 더 밀어내도 괜찮으니까.
들어오거나
이게 나을 것 같아. 스테이만 해도 괜찮아.
Even knows that yellow.
스테이만 해도 괜찮을 것 같은데. 어차피 이거 안 빠지니까.
살짝 가는 게 좋긴 할 것 같고. 근데 그러다 걸리면 안 되니까.
아 우리 거 저기 8에 있는 거 돌리면 안 돼. 7, 8.
스테이도 괜찮아. 앞에만 안 걸리면 될 것 같아.
They need to be a wee bit careful here,
아이 세게
Korea.
하면 날아가냐?
안 날라가.
안 날아가?
뛸것 같은데.
She plays this. I guess we try this.
한번 보고 올래?
I don't know if
뭐. 괜찮아.
야 나갈 수도 있을 것 같은데?
와서 볼래?
Yeah, having another look at this.
옆으로 돼 있어서
If they put up a guard here,
필로?
how does
난 볼래.
Canada
근데
get their
나는 이거
two?
무조건 쓸 것 같아. 이거 안 나가.
Maybe not necessary to
안 나갈 것 같아.
play the hit and roll, you mean?
진짜 안 나가.
시간이
Yeah.
없어서
이게 나을 것 같아.
What if you over curl and split your top red? Is there a shot there for yellow onto red to bounce the red off for Canada?
Well, certainly if you split your own red, you leave the draw in there for two.
승현 바깥쪽은 진짜 안 돼. 네.
Whereas if you put up a guard here, how are Canada going to get in for two?
핵이지?
핵.
That's a good
용이 날
question.
것 같아.
And I think that's something you'll see often. You're so focused on what's happening inside the house, you forget to take a step back and
아직 웨이트 좋아. 웨이트 좋아.
even think about the guard. Panicked line call here by Kim Min-ji. They do get the inside though, so the shot is made.
맨날.
Is there anything for two?
이거는 확실히 올려.
잘했다 콜.
Just require a helicopter, I think, to get in there.
떨어질 것 같아.
We know
miss it.
that
I don't think we need much
Mackenzie
weight.
likes coming in off.
Right there.
I don't
Wingers?
think it's gonna
I don't
curl
think
in.
so either. I don't think we can get there.
They cannot risk splitting their
Is the
own
draw
yellow
not
out.
there? No.
It's close. It might be close. It might be
Really close. If you, I don't think it'll finish enough, but it might be worth it.
We have to touch the button, and that's over curling it.
We just gotta touch button.
Like, we have to like touch button, so that's like overburying. Right there, right? I don't know if we can overbury it.
I mean,
What's
both
easier
are
is the question.
super hard. Whatever you're seeing, like this, we have to paper by the guard and just pound it for curl.
Okay,
And that we're
yeah.
in.
Whatever you guys like.
What do you feel better about?
I think both are equally
Too
hard.
hard. Okay.
I think we
Try that. We know it a little bit better.
I think the draw is
14-7.
probably there.
That's not
I mean, yeah, like they say, you have to paper the guard,
Just gonna have
but
to
it should
pound it past the
finish
guard.
enough.
Yeah.
And you've also got backing, if you like, if it did curl enough.
All right, Matt, let's make this good.
Now we see Japan scoring one, so that is 8 ends played. It will be Team Russia to win the bronze medal, and they'll do it at home in Russia, playing for a big crowd this afternoon. While they couldn't defend the title from last year, but a medal is always good to bring home. So as they take in applause from the home crowd, we'll see Mackenzie Zacharias throw the draw, but this one will come up shy.
One yellow.
One yellow indeed for Canada. They will tie the game, 5 points each after 8 ends played. Only one game
Bad.
I got a 14-1.
left in
It was a guard.
this championship.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
사이드 들어오가 중요해. 들어와야 돼. 나가면 진짜 아 이렇게 들어오기만 해야 돼. 찌가 열이 제일 좋아. 찌열.
good? Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Nice and tight. Let's go.
Line's good. Halfway.
Okay, go tight. Line's good.
Line's good. Weight's good. Car in.
Take it long.
Halfway. Yeah, yeah. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. 16-9. Good throw.
We see the medals, the trophy that these two teams are playing for. 2 ends left in this women's gold medal game. It is all tied. Korea, Canada, 9th end. Could be all or nothing in this end. Really depends on how much the teams will go for their game plan. Of course, Korea drawing to the wing, that tells us maybe they want a blank.
Yep, definitely. They want a blank 9th, come home with a hammer and 10.
If Canada really wanted to force the issue, could have thrown 2 center guards for that matter. But playing it a bit cautious.
Yeah, they are being quite cautious here. I really expected Canada to put up a second center guard.
So it will be that cat and mouse game. Both teams will just be waiting for a mistake. Korea roll out, Canada can come around the guard. And we might get that already here from Kim Soo-jin. Just past the guard. And just tickles the yellow Canadian stone in the forefoot. That's very unlike her. Such a solid game. And that's a big mistake at a crucial time.
Are the nerves starting to hit home?
Well, they can certainly feel like it's slipping between their fingers for Korea. You know, they've won 10 games straight. Now this one's real close. Is that when you start to be afraid of losing it rather than
playing to win it?
Exactly. Well, Canada, you know, coming in as perhaps underdogs, off to a rocky start. But they've been slowly coming back into it.
Yeah, stone positioning from Canada has been much better in the second half of the game. And just putting the pressure a bit onto Korea.
They're going to have to work hard here if they want a blank. One of these run backs will have to be made. And then the question, will they need to switch gears at some point? Obviously can't play the whole end to be forced. Do you ever switch gears and go for your 2?
Line's good. Really tight. Line only.
Still early.
3.
Yeah, it's still early in the end. But that is a possibility for Korea.
It's almost in.
Weight's good. 3. Gotta move. Gotta curl. Lauren in. Weight's good. Okay, whoa. Line's okay. Still Lauren. Lauren if you can. Yeah. Yeah, Lauren. Yeah. Hard, Lauren. Hard, Lauren. Hard. Hard. Right over. That's good. That's good. Good.
We tried to pull the Brendan Watcher at the end. Backwards.
여기.
Okay.
So needing to get guard and the one behind.
Oh, close to getting all 3. But a tremendous shot by Kim Hye-rin. Spills everything off the forefoot. Rolls the shooter away. Fully open now for Korea. But it is Canada to draw in line 2.
Top
Line's
4.
good.
Let it go.
Go then.
Not curling yet. All of you,
Top
line's
12,
good.
Top 8. Hard Top 8. Curling.
No, it's curling.
curling.
Line's fine. Line's fine.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, line's good.
Top eight,
Line's
top
good.
eight.
Line's
Top eight.
good. Lauren in. Lauren in. Hard, Lauren, hard. 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 Yep. Keep going. Good.
Really good.
Real nice draw by Carly Burgess.
15-1.
Even if Korea wanted to switch gears here, it'd be very tough to make use of that corner guard.
그거 봐야 될 것 같아. 아니면
With
그냥
that stone
여기
in the way.
아니 이렇게 치는 건데 그냥 이게 낫지 않나?
레이지가 더 쉬울 것 같은데.
슈터 살려야 돼. 네. 노말만.
화이팅.
스테이 살짝 바깥쪽. 네.
We'll run it back. Could either stick it in behind cover or even catch it a bit high, try and have the red stone spring off the yellow
노말.
towards the other.
계속 와 라인 계속. 타이트. 진짜 타이트. 아니 계속.
This one tight for Lion all the way. That was certainly not the tolerance for Korea. They roll over, leave a center guard.
저는 괜찮은데.
Yeah, the worst place to leave the guard.
T-line's not bad either.
Okay. I don't want
It's
to
pretty
leave
deep.
them picked up in the
Top
kitchen.
8's good though.
Yeah.
Yep.
You like the same kind of weight or 2 feet more? I like a little more. Okay.
You can see all the locals staying behind to watch the
Line's good.
final.
Thought it was
Top
there.
8.
Even with the Russia game ending early.
Top 4.
Not yet.
Top 8.
Switch.
So now all eyes
Take a look.
on these
Line's
two
good.
teams.
Weight's really good. Where to go?
Line's good.
Hard M.
Hard M. Where? Just
Top
here.
eight, just
Just
top
here.
eight.
Hard M. Hard M. Hard. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Go.
Good. 14-8.
이건 일단 이렇게 해놓을까?
그게 나을 것 같아.
여기만 맞으면 돼. 네.
자신 있게.
헤드 하나. 네.
Song-yeon, the newest member of the team, haven't played as many big games as the others, and you wonder if it's starting to show a bit. First international championship, and just looking a bit nervy
세근아 왜 올려?
come second half of this game.
Yeah, let's make this good.
Like we said, haven't played many games under
Just the same
pressure
race you gave me?
all
Or
week.
less? Okay.
Do you like that?
So this
I
is
think
a bit
so.
of
I thought it
a
was tight, but it was
new
a
scenario
positive.
for the
I like
Korean
that.
third.
Okay, I think it should be close.
Yeah. Felt good, Mac. Let's make this good.
What kind of weight, sorry?
14-8, 14-7.
Yeah.
Line's good. Let it go.
Okay, just
Top
fight the
4.
floor.
Line's
Top
okay.
Canada piling on the
Easy,
pressure.
man. Top 4.
Easy.
Start here. Just bite the 4.
Just
There.
M.
Hasn't curled at all. Weight's really good.
No.
It's got to curl.
Needs to be top
Right
tee.
here.
Okay, good.
14-4. Okay.
It's me.
That's good.
Canada
She,
really
had no
have played
hands
the
on that
perfect
one. She
ninth
can't get
end.
up. She let it go.
That's the blank certainly not in play.
잘안
For
떨릴
Korea.
것 같은데.
올라가려면 여기 맞아야 돼.
A very big shot called here by Kim In-ji.
만데 그대로.
Need to get that one off the
여기 좀
top of the 1 foot.
This could give Korea the best result. They could come off the winger, make the double, roll in behind, cover, or even all the way over to the third yellow.
Yeah.
But if you ever over curl and just roll across the top, now you've left Canada sitting shot in the forfeit. A chance to guard or come in and sit too buried. It's a risky shot.
It is. It's a tough angle. It's not straightforward.
A safer call would have been to play a tap on the shot stone. Make sure that forfeit's open. But Kim Min-ji going for the tough one here, but will roll across the top and out the side door. Now took the risk. Did not pay off. It's hard to question that call. Of course, she makes that one. She looks like a hero.
Yeah, light tolerance.
Yep. Okay,
But
back.
I just wonder if they had swept it earlier, they could have held it. She didn't look happy that it was a miscommunication there.
Yeah, let's make this last one good here. Puts her under pressure, so.
Kim
Just
Min-ji will now be
2 feet
thinking,
less. Like it would have been close if
how
we got a
am I
little bit
going to
tighter.
get in
Okay,
here?
Same weight's close.
Okay.
Yeah, good, Mac.
Guard's not
Like
bad.
Collins, yep.
So what's the call come? Half checked behind that guard.
yeah, half round the red guard,
Line's nice. Top 4.
showing
Room down.
Whoa, just line. We're there.
part of the back stone that's top button.
No. To it.
But this is hanging out at the
off.
moment.
No.
I need it to curl.
We're there. We're past. Still has to curl.
Here it comes.
Top 8. Bite the 4. We're biting the 4. Biting 4. Okay.
Looking pretty good here from
Yeah.
Mackenzie Zacharias. Gets half buried, top 8.
Really nice.
That's pretty perfect.
Yep, there's nothing Korea can do with that.
I don't think you can play on that stone. Can't play on the short stone, can't run it back. I think you have to draw.
You have to draw and even get your second shot, give up a 1 and come home with a hammer 1 down.
퍼프만. 다 들어가야 돼. 1점 주려면. 저 치당 하나로 날아갈 것 같지 않니?
그럴 것 같아.
좀만 더 잡아줄래?
몇 차야 돼?
2 약해?
약해.
2야.
최대 1이야.
1해. 진짜? 1해 해주는 게 좋아.
내 것도? 내게 1이야.
82% on 7 draws this afternoon for Kim Min-ji. Under pressure. Facing 3.
라인 좋아. 가야 돼.
Needs to cut Canada down to 1.
라인은 진짜 좋아. 많이 일어. 승희 봐. 그냥 라인 좋아.
Sweepers on it early.
가야 돼. 나와. 아니야, 괜찮아.
And they keep sweeping. And the vice is out. Or have they overcooked it?
라인 좋아.
Oh, this looks pretty good from Kim Min-ji. Will need to hang on the forefooot. Have they swept it too much?
They have.
It does slide. It keeps on sliding. Bit of a panic. Not able to keep their cool, Team Korea. That shot was made. Just swept it way too much. And that is a massive steal of 2 for Canada. Now in the lead. They've flipped this game.
She's gonna show corner.
2-point lead. 1 end to go.
See how good it is?
Yep. Okay.
All right, guys, all here, right here. Line's good.
Top 4.
Top 4.
Got it
Reed's
was
really
there.
good.
Line's good.
Easy line.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Yeah, then. Hasn't really curled.
All you, line's fine. Switch if you can. 14-5. 14.5. Good, Lauren. Nice shot.
Tenth end of this women's final. Gold medal game, Korea, Canada. With a steal of 2 in 9, Canada lead 7-5. And what is quite incredible is that Korea played 10 games straight, won them all, gave up 1 stolen end in those 10 games. But in the final here, they've given up 3 stolen ends to Canada. Certainly haven't been able to replicate the dominance they've shown earlier in the week.
They did in the first few ends. They were 4-1 up and really looked in control.
Halfway, tight. Wanna go? Okay, M's in.
But a few half shots from Korea, and then Canada stepping up with their stone positioning.
Keep going, Em.
Turned the game around.
Canada improving more and more. And it just seems like Korea just getting a bit nervous.
I missed the time on that one.
Coming in undefeated, feeling like they have it all to lose.
Good sweep.
Scared it's going to slip away. And it has, slowly.
Really get the out.
But still
good
with
ones.
a chance.
We'll just
2 down with hammer. Kim Soo-jin puts up the corner guard. There we get another half shot from Kim Soo-jin, who really played perfect throughout the game, but now last couple of ends.
Isn't bad. I think she's doing this.
Also
I think just a hair of a roll in. Okay. Just a little bit. Nose
showing
is fine,
signs
though.
of weakness.
Gonna wait. Just 10? Yeah, just 10. All right, Em. They're good. Right at it. Let's go. Nice and positive.
It doesn't take much to score 2 for Korea. You only really need
10.
to make 1 or 2 good shots.
Whoa.
Get 1 mistake from Canada.
Close. Whoa. Big. Hard. 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 Yep.
Emily Zacharias
That's good, Em.
will remove
Good. Thought she threw
Korea's
it really good. I got 9-4.
second shot.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't necessarily roll to the best spot for Canada.
Stone positioning really critical now for Korea.
라인 루미야. 라인 루미야. 진짜 떨어져야 돼. 라인 수연이야.
Again, just looking a wee bit heavy. Gonna split off. Just need to get 1 good freeze in there. Give themselves a chance.
Splitter guard, it's
Hard to control
Make it good, Em.
your draw weight when the heart starts racing.
Like 12. Yeah. Nice and positive. 12.5 even.
You can hear the Korean team even more audible. A little bit stressed. Team Canada seeming to keep it pretty well together. Building a lot of confidence in the second half of this game.
Hard now, yeah. Hard. Hard. Hard, Carly. Hard, Carly. Hard. Hard.
This one hanging wide for Emily Zacharias.
that's fine,
That's the half shot from Canada
11.5.
that Korea can take advantage of.
괜찮을 것 같아.
진짜 중요해.
T.
And I mentioned how that Yellowstone on the left-hand side might have rolled to a bad spot for Canada. And that's because Korea can corner freeze. It'll be very hard for Canada to remove it.
손만 많아. 승현아 라인. 라인 가야
have to sweep this hard for line.
좀만 더.
This is all over the guard, I think.
진짜 좀만 더. 더 가야 돼. 오지마. 아, 시간 좀.
Groups the reds. Is there a double? Just tighten a line.
Weight was perfect if she was passed.
I think they might have left an awkward angle for Canada.
Like 9.
I don't even
Firm.
Okay. Okay. Do you like that?
Yep. It should run pretty good. Let's go, Kurt.
Not easy. Definitely makeable.
It's makeable, and it is Carly Burgess to play. So we have seen a few amazing shots from her this week.
Yep. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Off. Clean. Whoa.
Sounds close here. 1, 2. Ah, there we go. Clean house.
Really well played.
7, 8.
Yeah, nice controlled weight also. No need to overthrow. Just throw it well. Korea needing a good shot from their third, Ha Song-yeon. It's the same freeze again. This looks heavy.
Yeah, just not making the shots as accurately as they did in the first half of the game.
몇 나왔어?
집중해.
Yeah. I like it.
Just a 10?
And you just
Yeah,
can't
just
afford
10.
to give Canada open hits.
Okay. All right, just nice and easy here.
Yeah,
Should
roll
run.
it a touch.
Whoa. A little big. No.
Weight's good.
Whoa. Lauren. Lauren. Whoa,
Lauren,
whoa,
straight,
whoa,
straight.
whoa. Other way. Good.
Okay.
That's fine. 9, 7.
Oh, a nice control takeout.
네. 이거 진짜 돼야 돼.
어.
네. 태그로 갈게.
오케이. 파이팅.
파이팅.
6, 7.
So looking to play a hack weight. Tap the front one back and just roll in behind cover, but line short above the other yellow.
안 돼, 안 돼.
범퍼.
아니. 수지.
범퍼.
Just overthrown this a bit.
아니, 좀만 더.
Been overthrowing quite a few stones today.
몇 나왔어요?
몇 나왔어, 수유지?
2번. 많이 세게 찼네. 진짜?
So it will be down to Kim and Ji to produce a skip's deuce to tie the game.
Yeah, no. Okay.
What was my weight on the last one?
Got like 9, 8. Okay.
This
This
is
is
like
ran
really
really
similar
good.
ice.
Yeah.
Hi, Mac. Let's make it.
Because I have a sneaking suspicion the red stone and the 8-foot won't be there very
Oh, good.
much longer.
Yeah, me too, guys.
Breakfast here, Mac. Let's go.
Weight's good. Yes. Weight's good. Whoa. Clean. Off. Carly.
Yeah, really nice. So where can Korea go?
Okay, good speed, guys.
센터로 숨어야 되지 않을까? 거기 어려울 것 같은데.
Well, you can still try and come around
어.
the corner in between the two yellows, but certainly think the center guard leaves you a bit more room for error.
어. 여섯 다 들어가야 이겨.
Only
몇 차야 돼?
2 teams have gone undefeated
내거 잘 나가.
throughout the World Juniors on the women's side.
그 너무 풀로 가지 않았어 우리가? 아, 이 최대 2까지.
Marlies Kasner for Canada back in 03. Kelsey Rock 2015 for Team Korea to be the third team to do so and the first non-Canadian team ever
라인 그대로 여섯. 아니 여섯. 라인 좋아. 여기 안 나가. 가야 돼.
to win all the games and the title. They need a good draw from Kim Min-ji here. And this one is pulling up short. I don't think it's going to be there for Korea. It is shy of weight on the guard. Is that game over? Surely it must be. Well, they don't want to accept it, but taking a step back, having a look. There is just no way Korea can score 2 points with how this end is set up. Canada will be your world champions, which means they've won both the gold medals today. What a comeback. Coming into this game as underdogs against an undefeated Korean team. They lost to Korea 1-7. Off to a rocky start, down 3, but they chipped and chiseled away at the Koreans. Slowly coming back, playing better for every end. Put the pressure on Korea, who seem to
Thank you.
really get a bit nervous.
Grand Slam! Right to go to Grand Slam!
So it is for Lauren Lenentine, Emily Zacharias, Carly Burgess, Mackenzie Zacharias, their alternate Rachel Erickson, coaches Sheldon Zacharias and Laurie Olsen-Johns, world champions.
Many congratulations, World Junior Champion. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty amazing. I mean, it was a fantastic game. Korea played great, and we struggled a little bit in the first half, but we played a great second half, and I mean, just amazing. It's incredible. I'm so happy.
It was certainly a game of two halves. You were back in that 4-1 scenario again. What did you do to dig yourselves up?
I think the whole team just played absolutely fantastic in the second half. Everyone made a lot of shots, and we were just able to have a really good last two ends, and I think that's what made the difference for us today.
And did you feel in complete control after that ninth end?
I wouldn't say in complete control. I mean, Korea makes a lot of really good shots, but I think that we knew that we could force the extra if we needed to, but team played absolutely great, and it feels amazing.
Well, many congratulations. A great week. Thank you.
Well done. Enjoy.
So, a great week so far, but unfortunately fell at the last hurdle. What went wrong?
은메달 축하드립니다. 이번 경기 동안에 게임을 되게 잘 하셨어요. 근데 마지막 게임에 무엇이 잘 안 되었나요? 혹시 잘못된 것이 무엇이었어요?
저희가 예선전은 전승으로 이겼는데 결승 때 샷이 너무 안 돼서 그래서 졌던 것 같아서 그게 제일 아쉬운 것 같아요. 네, 샷이 잘 안 됐던 것 같아요.
So in fact, we tend to play the game in the final. So we do not tend to be the champion, not win a gold medal, but in fact just only to participate in the final. That's why. So it's unfortunately we lose. But so this is the game. This is the championships. we did our best.
But you have won a silver medal, and that's a great achievement for your team. You must be very proud.
사실은 은메달도 줬고 다시 한번 축하드리고 앞으로도 좋은 결과를 얻기를 바랍니다.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
Krasnoyarsk, curling has been quite exceptional. The city have made us feel all welcome that come from all over the world. Now we have a double for Canada. Both teams have played exceptionally well. Both come from Winnipeg area. So I'm very, very happy to present this trophy to these wonderful girls who have really showcased our sport in the true spirit of the game. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone touch it.
Taking a look back at the second half of the gold medal game, 8th end for Canada. Mackenzie Zacharias with last stone, trying the very difficult draw to the side button. Doesn't come off, but Canada, they do score the one.
Yeah, weird. Okay.
In the 9th end, all tied up. Kim Min-ji drawing against 3, trying to cut Canada down to 1, but an early sweep. They overcook it, it slides too far. And Canada, they steal 2. And in the 10th end, Korea just not able to set up the end. Trusting Kim Min-ji to score 2 with her last 2 stones, but the first one doesn't even make it to the ring, so game over, and Canada are crowned world champions. Well, thank you so much for watching all the curling here in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. It's been a great event, so we thank the hosts. So A year from now, you can join us again for the World Junior Curling Championships 2020. Thank you so much for watching.